It'll happen that way.
Larry Lure is phenomenal. And there is no shame in going down to him.
And Wolf Bear is actually one of the most broken moves in the game. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And, you know, we'll see
fan.
you next week. GG, shake my hand.
GG, shake my hand.
Yeah. Got him. GG's.
Yeah. But I love that coming into this, we have a fresh matchup that we've never had the opportunity to talk about before.
Yeah, no, literally, it's impossible for us to have done so because neither of these characters were not only existing, but hardly anticipated. Certainly not Sephiroth.
Yeah.
And people before quarantine hit.
Would have loved it, as they do love it. But I don't think many people had a strong belief that it was going to happen.
Yeah, for either of these characters. But now they're both here, and we get to see Minecraft Steve fight against the gloriously all-powerful Sephiroth, and Yonni is the one to come out the gate swinging 43% and more.
Already, with the beautiful bread and butter, getting the block drops with the no-impact land, so you can just keep going with the up tilts and out bears. Oh, trying to read the roll onto the ledge. Doesn't quite catch it.
I think we saw, like, during that hand warmer, Rek understood that, like, okay, the Elytra, the up B, going onto the stage, that's not something that you can just chase down and punish really easily because Steve pancakes big, and then he can hit the big forward smash afterwards. So you need to play carefully around that. But this is what I'm very interested to see about Yonni, because from what I've seen from him playing, the movement is actually what I feel like defines his Steve the most. He's very hard to nail down.
Definitely. And this character has a lot of options to do that, being he can freaking spawn platforms as he wishes. So
if you thought dealing with characters with multiple double jumps was annoying, have I got news for you? Oh, great nair out of shield.
Love that they held strong with the shield as well. Rek did, just saying, okay, I know that you're going to come down with that anvil. I'll wait for it, get the punish. Only 68%. I feel like there's been a lot more interaction than would lead me to believe that 68% is where we're sitting.
Yeah. 94 now, and Steve is a light character. He is not heavy. Oh my goodness.
Great
down to the ground. Yeah. Again, when you have the big sword like that, it's a lot easier to deal with the fact that Elytra can go anywhere at any time. Or Steve at all, for that matter.
And I am really glad that you understand Minecraft names, because I am not one who has played the Minecraft.
Shoutouts to Torin.
So I had no idea what that up special was called.
Tried to read the roll again. And Rek, we haven't talked about Rek at all, who's out here playing Sephiroth.
I love that idea.
Yeah, but Rek is part of Gump, and there are a lot of good players on the Gump crew locally.
Yeah, Gump is, for those who maybe are just watching because you're a big fan of Yonni, which is very possible. I don't know if Yonni tweeted about it. But Rek and Gump in general, very local DFW crew.
Might I add, Gump has its own extremely powerful Steve that I was talking about earlier, Trey 5. So good to keep that in mind as we look at this matchup here. This is why I'm very excited to watch Steve play, and you're dead.
Yeah, you just get to spawn a platform that you can tech on that normally you'd just be in a terrible situation off stage.
Oh, with the diamond sword, huge damage. Look at that. That was all guaranteed, 68%.
Yeah, and then a clean stock lead for Yonni. Using the, oh my goodness.
The stone.
Retreat to those platforms that, again, you just
oh, bye-bye.
Ooh, great jump away.
Oh, he tried to intercept with a powered rail minecart. Wow. And he's still got 2 pieces of iron left. Ooh, again, you're talking about it, though. Rek has great chasing so far on that Elytra.
Oh,
and you're dead.
Charge? Something?
There you go. Okay. Sure.
It's like, you didn't need to get onto the platform.
If you were below the platform, in fact, it would have sweet spotted. That was sour spot up smash.
Right.
That's phenomenal.
It's just a funny interaction.
Just like, here he goes again.
Immediately, like, yeah, that's a good idea. But this is a struggle against Steve sometimes is if you don't have really safe poking tools from a distance, they can just stack up some blocks, hide behind them, get their mining going, and look at all of the iron that Yonni has.
Oh my goodness, dude. Okay, Yonni has used that TNT so well at the ledge. We all know that it's a very good ledge trapping tool. But too many Steves don't understand that, like, that's just an active hitbox and an attack that is very low risk to be able to use in regards to anything else.
The biggest thing is the risk factor.
Yeah.
Because you just drop it, it's going to detonate. If they don't get hit by it, whatever, you're still pretty actionable to cover whatever option they pick that's safe.
Well, and if you've noticed how Yanni's setting it off, too, he's using the flint and steel, the fire, to set off that, to keep him safe as well.
Pretty lagless move.
Yeah. At least very unpunishable. It has a lot of lag, but if it hits your shield, forget it.
the move lasts for a long enough time. If it whiffs, you're in a rough spot, but that's not exactly the scenario we're seeing.
And now Yonni has gone to the Enderman. Unfortunately, drops the big combo. If you ever see Steve starting to stack up with the axe in the dirt, you know you're in for pain. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Missing the no impact land makes it a little bit harder to actually connect all of this stuff. But honestly, taking 48% as a consolation is pretty nice, and already racked up on hits after that.
Oh my god!
You were talking about the pancaking of that move. You just get to fly across the stage and say, I'm Pikachu for a sec.
I mean, no, seriously, it's incredible because a lot of characters have to commit to, like, you know, slow crouch walking moving to do that, right? And of course, Steve can't just choose whenever he wants to end that. Oh, here we go, big damage.
Man. And you saw a situation there where Rek was like, okay, you've used your double jump, so I'm going to use my big projectile. Normally, a lot of characters can do that to cover the landing after somebody's wasted a double jump. And Yonni, with Steve, gets to say, actually, I don't want to land right now. I'm just going to spawn a platform and chill. It's really interesting what both of these characters have a lot of rule-breaky moves.
I also really like, now right now, if you're Rek, you have to stay really aggressive on Yonni because he does not have any iron to work with. That means no anvil, no minecart. Forward smash could have taken the stock there, but I understand not wanting to take the risk.
Man, great DI by Yonni to actually survive that scenario, sitting at 177. Chillin'
so
does
goofy.
wait for the
There you
forward
go.
tilt. That's all you need. Keep it simple. Rek didn't want to overcommit and try to chase Yonni off stage or anything silly.
And you can see how important iron is to Steve's game plan. You have to constantly have a supply of iron to be as irritating and as broken as possible. And I mean that in a good way, right? You need to take advantage of the tools that you have, but it is debilitating if you do not have at least a couple iron on you.
Nobody picks a good character to use their bad moves.
Oh,
that
covered
was
it!
So spooky.
Oh,
Stay-
forward throw.
Oh, right on the
He teched it, though. That was an amazing tech by Rek.
It was a spooky situation to be in. Great parry.
Parried.
Was
And
that the gold?
That was the gold, and
So
I
it's
think
much
that's
faster.
the only reason why that actually connected guaranteed. Oh, big damage. Huge, monstrous damage.
And again,
He turned me into the Halo announcer. Kilimanjaro.
That's going to be no punish. I feel like even something as simple as a back throw to get them off stage might have been warranted.
Sephiroth's grab is very slow, though. Okay, no sword left, so I think that Yanni's probably going to want to craft here in a second. He does have diamond. Okay, up smash is going to take the kill, yeah.
Read the jump. Started charging, and I feel like that's maybe a scenario where if you're not extremely comfortable with what Steve's charging animations look like, because I sure am not, maybe you think he's charging a down smash, because I feel like I see a lot of Steves go for that kind of a scenario at the ledge.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll jump. Get around lava. It wasn't lava. Well,
It was
magma.
Yeah. Lava.
magma. Thank you, Sakurai, for the wonderful demonstration.
I literally the whole week that Steve came out, I was literally online and I was just going lava, magma, lava. It's delightful.
It was probably one of the best portions of the
I
whole
love
direct.
defeating people with that of the mantle's power. And so evidently, too, does Yonni. 2-0 over Rek, who seemed to have actually a pretty
really
decent
good
handle
fight.
on Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, again, Yanni's ridiculously good.
Literally world
Very
class.
powerful, yeah. World class. And Rek came here and almost, like, took both of those games were close.
They were definitely close.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see more from potentially both of them.
Yeah.
Winners bracket, double a limb, 64 entrants.
64 entrants. And by the way, if you're a former or current regular viewer, I say former as if, you've died or something. If you
Once watched,
if you
have
were in
passed
the,
and come back to life.
if you were in the past and still are a Shockwave head, Shockwave viewer, regular Ultimate Shockwave viewer, you might be familiar with the fact that normally when we are like uncapped, we run pools because we have over 100 people entering these weeklies normally. But we're capped at 64 this week. Hopefully in the future, we'll be ramping that up, as we go. But for now, 64 entrants.
Testing
We're
the
not running
waters.
pools. It's just a straight, clean, easy bracket.
a perfect bracket.
A perfect bracket because we
And that
capped
there's
it.
60 yeah.
Because why would we cap it at like 66? That's just a pain.
That would be a huge pain.
We just
Can
look
you
at.
imagine?
I'm going to keep it real with you, Tio. I want to make your life difficult.
I'm going to put one by. It's actually going to be 65 people.
Yes!
It's going to make things really, really painful.
So that the 64 and the 65th seed can really feel the wrath. Fight it out for the chance to die on stream.
I don't like that. And that's why it's capped at 64. Bracketology.
That way, there's no questions about it. You're just the 64th seed, and you get to fight the #1 seed on stream.
64th seed and first seed are actually identical in their bracket line.
To be, yeah.
So if you get 64th seed, you actually have the best possible bracket outside of if you can beat the first seed.
The best player at the tournament, yeah.
You've stolen first seed. Seed below.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, again, it's trial by fire. If you can succeed, then you're set. You don't want to be, in a bracket of 16. You don't want to be 8 or